and welcome to another game of Dota. It is a bit late, but that is okay. We are here with a match between Dignitas and My Intent. It is a game for the MLG team ladder, and we are in the losers bracket finals. Both of these teams got dropped down by the same team, AOSIN +4. And the winner of this will be facing them again in the finals. And I believe the prize is $5,000, but I'm not 100% sure. But you can check that out on MLG's website, as it's a bit of a last-minute cast for me. As you might be aware, since this game well, it wasn't on the menu for me. Bit of a surprise, and apologize already in advance for maybe being a bit less focused. But that is because it's fairly late here, and I have been awake for a while. And I'm just pretty tired. Also, yeah, no, I'm not even gonna say that. So Dignitas versus My Intent. Personally, not familiar with My Intent, but they made it to these these finals, losers bracket finals, bit of a semi-finals idea. So they must have earned their place here. That's all I can say from that. And since they both dropped down to losers bracket by the same team, it is my belief that we'll see a fairly even matched game coming up. And yes, it's only one game. It's the best out of one for the MLG team ladder. And we're gonna see Silencer still in the drafting pool, as he is in captain's mode as of today. We've already actually seen him today. If you are curious to when and how, you should watch after this one, when I'm going to turn on again the rebroadcast from the games I casted earlier today. And the first game is going to indeed show some Silencer action, so you can check that out. It's Power Rangers versus Empire, that was. But anyways, we're having a Battle Rider, Keeper of Light, and a Wisp and a Nyx being banned out, with Darkseer being the first pickup for My Intent. So far, nothing really game-breaking apart from that the Silencer indeed gets through. But then again, have these teams practice with him? I do believe he is allowed in the tournament, even though I'm not 100% sure, considering the tournament, of course, started before Silencer was in, and I might just want to stick with the same rules as they were before. Could be. Which we shall find out. We have got, of course, Dignitas thinking about their draft. They are taking into their bonus time so far. I mean, they've only got two options. What's it gonna be? A Rubik, a Shadow, Demon, a Magnus? Are they gonna be picking up something that's really defining their lineup, or are they just gonna make sure that My Intent is gonna guess what they are planning to? A Visage. Well, that's pretty defining if you ask me. Visage has been done before, a solo mid by Dignitas, I believe. Now, we might as well, of course, see him in an aggressive trialing as well. With the Luna, this is looking like an aggressive trialing from Dignitas. Personally, I like Visage as a solo mid, but a Visage Luna, I mean, aggressive trialings, who doesn't love those? Right? Because it makes for some aggressive Dota, and aggressive Dota is entertaining Dota, at least from my point of view, especially if you are tired. Then aggressive Dota is really something great to keep you awake and keep you active. But yeah, they're kind of giving away what they want to do right here. So My Intent, they've got like two options. If they're expecting an aggressive trial, they can decide, you know what? We are not going to be able to put anything against that lane that will win that lane. So either they're going to just put a Windrunner there, for example, and just have him trying to stay alive long enough for him to get some experience and stuff. Or a Darkseer in this case, might as well be the case, and then just go for their own semi-tri lane on the long lane. Or dual lane, even having something in the jungle, could all be. Or do they want to fight fire with fire and get their own very strong tri lane, just put it at their safe lane in the hope that that's indeed going to be an aggressive tri lane against them, and then have that advantage of having an aggressive tri lane basically at your own tower? Well, My Intent does reveal all the lanes, not yet sure what kind of lanes, as in if it's going to be an aggressive tri lane or a tri lane at all, but these three heroes require their own lane slash farming area. Darkseer can, of course, go into the jungle, but we're gonna probably see a Lifestealer on the safe lane, supported by one or two heroes. We're gonna have Queen of Pain mid and a Darkseer in the off lane. That's what we would expect. Puck will be picked up by Dignitas, so that's gonna be a solo laner for them. As, I mean, Puck can be on the safe lane, can be on the mid lane. He is very viable. It really depends on how they want to lane their Visage and a Luna, of course, as well. as the ban is in the hands of My Intent. Let's see what they're gonna ban out. I have to say, both teams, they used quite a lot of their bonus time already. I'm quite surprised to see that. As My Intent, well, it's if you're gonna ban something up against Team Dignitas, you have like multiple options. You know that if you're expecting Visage and Luna to be on an aggressive tri-lane, you can ban out heroes that would help that aggressive tri-lane along. Like an Undying would be a nice one to have, or a nice one to ban in this case. And if you're expecting Puck to be on the off lane or on a solo side lane, anyways, then you also know that Dignitas is not having a mid hero yet, depending on if Visage is mid or not. But let's just say he's being a support in this case. You don't really have to ban out all that much against yourself then, as in, oh, how do I say that? Like you have the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is one of the strongest solo laners in the game. There's really nothing secure to counter the Queen of Pain, apart from what I've been told today. Silencer is actually able to zone Queen of Pain out of the lane by forcing her to use her mana all the time. And he is still in the pool, so who knows. But it is indeed an Undying that gets banned out, so Dignitas won't be able to use that one if they are indeed going to go for an aggressive tri-lane. My Intent might be banning out heroes that will work together with that again as well. I mean, you have a Shadow Demon, which could be a good ban for them. Though Shadow Demon works well together with a Lifestealer as well. And since My Intent does have the first pick, they might pick up the Shadow Demon for themselves. Rubik gets banned out by Dignitas, so supports is going to be the name of the bans for Dignitas. I was going to say the name of the game, but then it wasn't really a game. So name of the bans it is. So Dignitas will probably ban out a Shadow Demon if My Intent doesn't. It's really fairly simple, easy to calculate. As Shadow Demon, I mean, he's just a brilliant support. What else can we say about that, right? Disruption, MVP in so many encounters, both in aggressive lanes as in safe lanes, and they actually ban out the Magnus, so that's a mid lane hero that they don't want to be facing. I mean, he can't really win from the Queen of Pain, but he will still get his levels, and that's something that's very dangerous. If you get that Magnus at level 6 and you're not ready to take that fight, could be a good one there. And of course, it's also a hero that works well against a Lifestealer, because that reverse polarity goes through BKB, and talking about that, we might see My Intent ban out the Bane or something like that as well, considering that if you put up the Bane together with the Luna and the Visage, that will actually work out pretty nicely as well, and you have that Fiend script to shut down the Lifestealer entirely. So it could be a good one for My Intent to be banning out there. As Team Dignitas, they ban out another support. Shadow Demon still in the pool, quite surprising, but we'll see. We don't normally see a Shadow Demon
5 seconds remaining
making it through so far. Like lately we've seen him being picked up as the first 3 of one of the teams. Oh yeah, I was gonna put up my hood so I have less cold. There's a Beastmaster actually banned out. Well, it's also a hero that is nice against a Lifestealer because of that roar, but not really the one I was expecting. And Beastmaster actually indicates that they are indeed expecting an aggressive tri-lane, or at least a tri-lane with a Visage and a Luna and Puck on the solo side lane. Or on the mid lane and then Beastmaster still in the solo. At least that they're still needing a solo lane. But that will leave Team Dignitas to decide, do they want to ban out the Shadow Demon, or are they going to let it slide through, having that risk that My Intent will pick it up, and that they will create illusions of the Luna, which is of course not really something that you want to have. So far Dignitas is lacking disables. They ban out the Lina, so that's something banned out there. Both teams actually lacking disables. We just have the Dream Coil, and we have Slowish, Open Wounds, Shadow Strike, Vacuum back in, yeah. But the Dream Coil is basically the only mini stun that they have. Both teams, which is quite surprising. So they need to pick up some. Both of the teams needs to pick up some heroes that have some sort of disable. And Dignitas could still pick up that Bane, even if the Shadow Demon now gets picked up by My Intent. If it gets picked up, I mean, like I said, there's multiple possibilities.
5 seconds remaining.
28 seconds left into the bonus time of My Intent. With also Dignitas around 30 seconds left. I mean, both teams using their time wisely, I hope. Bane. And there's the Bane. So that's gonna be picked up by My Intent. So that's the reason why they didn't want to ban it out, just because they want to pick it up themselves, and that will leave Dignitas with the Shadow Demon most likely. So I'm just curious to see if they're going to pick it up right now or pick up some support right now and kind of showing their lanes, or if they're going to pick up something entirely different that my intent might otherwise pick up instead. My intent, they could go for tri-lane still with the Bane and Lifestealer and then something. They could also just pick up a jungle hero. I mean, every single jungle hero is still in the pool.
5 seconds remaining.
Windrunner at
And
your
there's a
service.
Windrunner, so that's a safe lane for Dignitas, and or at least a safe lane. How do I say that? It's a safe. Any lane where Windrunner is on is a safe lane, even if it's a suicide lane. If you catch my drift. So that does mean that Luna's probably going to be on the safe tri lane, with the Puck or Windrunner taking on the mid role, and Visage still helping out the Luna, but probably up against a Darkseer. As my intent, onto their last pickup right now.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm actually right now expecting a support, because that Darkseer won't be
5
able to do that much on the top
remaining.
lane if he's up against the Visage and the Luna, so you'll be in the jungle, and there indeed is the support. And of course the Shrek works out great together with the Bane. You have a disruption, Nightmare actually, that can set up for those Split Earth. And even if Dignitas picks up a Shadow Demon right now, they'll have the risk of having the Shrek Split Earth following up perfectly on the disruption that they would be able to do. So the question is, do they actually want to pick up a Shadow Demon right now, or rather want to pick up something that actually has a bit of a more solid disable? Because so far they have the Dream Coil and the Shackle.
10 seconds remaining. 5
Not really
seconds
ideal.
remaining.
Yeah, the Lucent Beam mini stun, but
Reserve time.
it's not really ideal. Whoa, the sound just went a lot lower. But, yeah, personally, I actually would like to see a Vengeful Spirit or something like that. It wouldn't be bad. Minus armor. Having the swap goes through BKB. I
10
actually would like a
seconds
Vengeful
remaining.
Spirit in this lineup for Dignitas, but we'll see what they pick up. They don't have that much time left. They
5
only have 5
seconds
seconds,
remaining.
and that's all the time they get.
Weaver.
Weaver it is. Oh, how are they gonna do this? Because they basically have 4 heroes that are normally known to need their own lane. And I don't think I've seen a game lately where Shadow Demon just made it through the bans and picks like clean. Not banned nor picked. That's rare. That's very rare. Oh yeah, oh, wait. Ta-da! No star letter. There we go. So let's see what we got here, right? Who is playing what? Ooh, hello, Golden Roshan. We have Way Too Sexy
Prepare
playing
for
the
battle.
Visage. It will be Universe on the Weaver. We will see Tides of Time playing that Windrunner. Fogged on the Puck will probably be going into that mid lane, and I feel like I'm missing someone. No. Oh, there. Hello, Aoi. Aoi 2000 or AUI 2000 is going to be playing the Luna, and that was the one I missed. They're all going bottom so far. They're not going to be able to find anybody though. We have got my intent being very safe. They're playing with one stand-in. It's the Darkseer that's being played by KVH. And he is going to be going for a fast bottle by the looks of it. And will be solo mid Darkseer. Interesting to see that. As we have then a Queen of Pain on the safe lane solo. Will be played by Chicken MC. And that means we have an aggressive tri lane with the Bane being played by Lupert. We have Jamie Da playing the Leshrac, and that will leave the Lifestealer in the hands of Incarnate. Reincarnate. Incarnate. I think it's Incarnate. There we go. Yeah. Awkward English is English. So once again, a bit of an apology. I am quite tired, so my cast might be feeling like that of a drunk person, but in fact it's just, you know, tired. It's having the same effect on people normally. And being very tired, that is. So I'm gonna be doing my best though, and hopefully also my intent is gonna be doing their best, because it's always better if there's gonna be an aggressive tri lane. Aggressive tri lanes, oh, there's actually 2 aggressive tri lanes, leaving no aggressive tri lane. Oh, I'm disappointed now. Anyways, we already see the rotation coming in by the looks of it, as they have been scouted out. So it will be Tides of Time that will be placing wards, because he's a supporty Windrunner. We have the Visage helping out And this is indeed an aggressive trial lane, which leaves, of course, Fogged in the mid lane and a safe laning Weaver on the safe lane top. He'll be up against a Queen of Pain right now, so she'll be able to get some farm. And I actually like for Dignitas that my intent is the one that switches. Oh, open wounds, tides of time, trouble. Here comes the Grave Shield trying to help us, slowing down the life steal. Nightmare up on the Visage, saving it for later. There goes the Split Earth. It is Visage that's going to be getting a lot of trouble. Has to run very fast. There's nothing more they can do. There's the Salve helping out. Owie also taking a lot of damage. They're trying to split up the damage, making sure that all of them catch some sort of damage, but nobody really dies. So I was gonna say that it was good for Dignitas that they weren't the one to rotate, but it almost ended up badly for them. But so far they stay alive, and they now know exactly what they're up against and what my intense plan is. As we have got in the meantime the Darkseer, who's 7 for 1, Fogged, he's 6 for 2, so far fairly even. And we're gonna see most of the game, we're gonna see, or start of the game at least, we're gonna see this bottom lane, because top nobody should die. We have got a Blink for the Queen of Pain, we've got a Shikushi for the Weaver. But this bottom lane, I mean, we saw my intent, they were aiming to have this as an aggressive trial, and they now have the luck, they are fairly close to their tower, so, and they are the ones to be a little bit in favor here, I would say. I was almost gonna say they also have the jungle creeps that they can pull, but those are blocked, so they can't do that. But that is gonna be my intense advantage right now. Oh, hello, coming in from the side. In the meantime, open wounds gonna hit on way too sexy, and a Split Earth as well. He cannot get away. He will be first blood. It goes to Lopert. Bane taking the damage from that. As in the meantime, Darkseer running himself away. Owie coming in, trying to do something, but won't be doing all that much. And that was actually Darkseer just running in there. And they're gonna try to go for this again. They're gonna try to find someone. Who are they gonna find? There's no Nightmare just yet, no mana, but the vacuum back in still is there. Surge away from the Darkseer again, KVH. Lucent Beam now up on Leshrac. They might be able to get him. Shackle does ledge. They need one more hit, and they get it as well, but ties of time. Is he going to give his life? Yes, he is. Lopert gets another kill on the board. 2 for 1. And that is 2 kills going the way of the support Bane. Now that's going to be very dangerous, because if he gets his items up for standing there and casting his Fiend's Grip, and there's nothing that can interrupt him, that will be pretty painful for Dignitas, as they kind of need that, especially as dangerous against the Weaver. Like, Weaver's strength in fights is that he's super mobile. He can just Shikushi himself around, you can't see him, you can't really continue to attack him unless you've got wards or gems standing around there. And they still have the time lapse, etc. But if they can Fiend's Grip him and hold him in place until he's dead, basically, then yeah, that's gonna be a big thing for this Bane to have. Of course, let's not get ahead of ourselves, or I won't get ahead of myself, I guess, because it's still only 3 minutes in. Anything can still happen, and it is still a support Bane. But we'll find out soon enough. Well, not soon enough. We'll find out at some point how they're gonna be dealing with that. I'm quite surprised that the Darkseer actually went in there, by the way. I mean, it wasn't really needed. He did create some extra pressure up on this lane, and I have to say, I mean, aggressive trial lanes, oh wait a second, double damage through it, or flying through, KVOs might be going down here, will be going down here, Fogged picking up the kill, quite clean and simple, 2 for 2.
Short-lived creatures.
In the meantime, on the bottom lane, it looks like Incarnate took some damage there, but will be able to eat a tangle, will be alive again. There goes the Grave, now open wounds up on the Visage, who's still going to be sending a Soul Assumption towards the Leshrac, who does die from that, and he has got 4 stacks already again, and he will be able to use it, not even needed. Will be able to use it on Lopert, nice Shackle, and that is going to be another kill. That is 3 kills on the lane. 1 more hit needed. Hello, Tides of Time with a right click, and that is 3 kills on this bottom lane. Like it was nothing, and they don't lose anybody but the Luna. Well, actually, that's the most important hero that you have on that lane, but they only lose 1 hero for 3. That is worth it, as the TPs come back in. Now open wounds up on Tides of Time. He does have a wind run. Will be using it. There comes a losing beam. It will be Jamie going down again, and that is again Tides picking up the kill.
I'm fantastic.
He is fantastic, apparently. In the meantime, a kill happened on the top lane. It was Universe that dove pretty deep for that kill. It was a Queen of Pain that he was able to get, so that's a good kill. A kill that in theory should not be able to happen. As I said, both of those teams have got the... both of those heroes have got an escape mechanism, the Shikushi and the Blink, but apparently Blink not being enough for the Queen of Pain to be escaping from the claws of Universe's Weaver. So he does go down there. And that gives a clear advantage to the Weaver on the top lane, as Fogged in the meantime has got that one kill, and furthermore hasn't really left the lane just yet, but so far he doesn't really need to, because bottom lane they were able to get kills apparently, even without the puck. We see the Darkseer, he's 20 for 1 right now, Fogged, he's 31 for 8, so the lane is definitely going in favor of Fogged right now. Roller is surprised because he did also get that kill, and they are actually going to try to go for him again. They do have the Dream Coil already popped, and the orb actually gets him away. Fogged is going to be able to dodge that tower hit. And we'll need to fill on his bottle pretty soon. He's not lucky though. The rune is bottom, and it will be guarded, and it will be Dignitas time to time who is not going to be able to pick up the haste rune. It will be Darcy vacuum up the high ground and TP out instantly. They know he's still there, or they expect him to still be there, but the TP was out faster. They're gonna go for Aoi though, or are they? Open wounds, it's all needed to set up for a good split earth for Leshrac. And if that's not enough, then you also have the Nightmare to set up for an even better one, for guaranteed stun. In the meantime, Queen of Pain seemingly having trouble standing against Universe. Universe, of course, I mean his harassment is pretty painful. If he can harass with this Shikushi, that's doing a lot of damage. Of course, that also got buffed. Oh, they're gonna go for this. Who are they gonna find? Shackle, Leches, Leshrac. Power shot going through, Eclipse as well, and that will be the first one going down. Bane already dropping. Can they get more? Jamie, Lightning still going through, but I don't think he's gonna be living that much longer. They need vision though, before the Soul Assumption stacks are gone. One more hit needed, and that's the Soul Assumption stacks going gone. But that doesn't matter. Visage still gets the last hit. Now Incarnate getting slowed. Shallow Grave there, or Shallow Grave, what am I saying? Grave Chill is almost the same. And the TP came back again from the Bane, so nobody's gonna go for that, especially not since Darkseer is coming in. Shackle doesn't hit, but does slow him down enough for him to not get anything out of that haste rune. As in the meantime, TP in for the mid lane, and this Queen of Pain that decides, you know what, I need farm, I need more levels, I need more. I'm gonna go mid. They will therefore leave Universe farming by himself. He is 2 levels higher than the Queen of Pain. The silence is up on the Darkseer. Ooh, this is dangerous though. Iron Shell doing some damage, but they are gonna go for it. There's a Dream Coil and the right clicks and the orb flying in. They can't do anything. Kill goes the way of Visage. Killing spree for way too sexy. And he just got level 6 with that. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, Aoi gonna be turning himself around to try and face Incarnate, who was just bashing on him. Lucent Beam still hits, but is not gonna get the kill. Now Aoi is the one on the way out. This Buck has picked up a double damage room, and he's not going to do anything with that just yet. We have got Way Too Sexy coming in with some familiars as well. It's got still all those stacks ready. In the meantime, Queen of Pain back on the top lane. This time lapse not being used. I mean, it's only 1 minute cooldown, and you can just stick on the lane for so long. You just dodge everything, basically. So hey, told you so, right? Aggression, aggressive tri lanes. It's great. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Anyways, we've got the Soul Ring up on the Bane. No real surprise. It's a good item to have. You can just spam out your Soul Ring and your Brain Sap constantly. You get your HP back with that anyways. In the meantime, it is the Lifestealer that has picked up Phase Boots before anything else. So normally you see something like a Hand of Midas or something like that, but apparently doesn't want to go for that. Ring of Aquila up on the Luna. As Fogged, he is still probably going for a for Blink Dagger at some point. Can't really say that this Darkseer is building towards anything just yet. Kind of hope that he's gonna go for Mechanism or Pipe or something like that to have a bigger impact on the team fights, because they need a pipe. They need a pipe to deal with that Eclipse from the Luna. And then the Mechanism also to get back up to get their health back up after the Weaver run through. They really need that to be able to survive in a 5-on-5 team fight. Should they actually have a 5-on-5 team fight? And having said that, I do realize that they have got a Vacuum Sonic Wave, which is quite nice. Shackle doesn't hit. Lifestealer gonna open up on Queen of Pain. Sorry, on Luna. Queen of Pain coming in, and it will be Aoi that drops. A nice clean kill. Well, I say clean, but Lifestealer actually almost died for that. But that's just confident raging and turning around and eating that poor cat lady up. No chance of escaping for her. There's of course slide over extension, Way Too Sexy. Also not counting on that Queen of Pain coming in. Queen of Pain, who's, I mean, we haven't really seen her that much. She's now been in 1 kill, that one in the bottom lane. She's died once to Universe. But she's not really been in all too much activities otherwise. I mean, she's now been on the middle lane again. Oh, Fog might be going for that, and that's gonna be Dream Coil, and that's gonna be Chicken going down. Sonic Wave not gonna hit because cast point is too long. In the meantime, top lane Weaver gonna go for this Darkseer. Can he get him? He still has the time lapse, so can afford to push somewhat of it, but he rather goes to farming, so he will do that, exactly that. Also, of course, because of that illusion rune not really helping out to know which one was the real one. Gonna have the gold graph in the meantime go in the way of Dignitas. It's 5k gold in their favor. We have the experience graph 5k in their favor as well. They are of course ahead on farm as we check out the net worth. Is every single lane that Dignitas has, they are ahead. I mean, we can compare last hits on these two solo lanes, or two tri lanes I should say. We have 49 for 5 on the Luna as Puck picks up the Queen of Pain again. We're going back to the bottom lane though. Shackle ledges up on Bane. Power shot going through as well. Can they find something more? There goes the Visage trying to do a bit more damage. It will be Aoi that has to run away from this again though. Lightning flying through. Brain Stab is not gonna happen. The kill is still there though with the last hit from the Bane. But the kill return is there as well. Power shot not going through. There comes the Weaver Universe wanting to do that one. The Shackle ledges on Jamie. He goes down. The Universe picking up the kill. Now it will be Incarnate. Last one here. Rageous trying to go for something. Trying to hide himself. I don't think there's going to be any hope for him though. It will be Rageous that just picks it up. And that will be a fortification on the tier 1 to just try and delay that push. But the push will come. I mean, if Weaver even leaves his lane that had pretty much free farm, that's a clear sign that they're gonna try and take down some towers. TP incoming from the Darkseer. He does not have his Darkseer roll just yet, hasn't inspected yet. We'll probably spec it at level 10. But he's still gonna try to go for that vacuum back in. Hits on 2. Is there gonna be more? Lightning going through, and that's a kill. Going the way of the Darkseer's Iron Shell. It will be Jamie that dies for that one as well, though. Dream Coil hits up on the Darkseer. He cannot escape. Will be going down. Weaver double kill. This is so dangerous. Here comes the Fiend's Grip up on Universe. That's the thing that I said. That's the one that's gonna be trouble, and that's the first time that Universe went down. And now Looper is gonna try to still do something. Gonna put Tides in a Nightmare. Nice Shackle still though. Is it gonna be enough? Nice, nice spaceship. He's still gonna be alive though. Windrunner not so lucky. Double kill going the way of the Bane. MVP of this fight, I would say. Still 17 for 8 though. Still Dignitas who's leading the charts, but that was a great fight for my intent. Actually killing off the Weaver is pretty damn nice. He's gonna go for a I was gonna say a Linkus, but he's gonna go for an Orchid actually.
Top tower is under attack.
So a bit more aggressive build. Which is pretty interesting to see. I mean, normally you'd see something like a Linkus would just be very defensive, especially if you're up against the Bane. Like this, the Fiend's Grip goes through BKB. So Linkus is the one that you can pick up. Okay, Queen of Pain is not having a fun time. Going down again to Fogged. Fogged with his Blink Dagger showing off. He hasn't died once yet. He's been in 7 out of the 18 kills. Yeah. Oh, Bane. Trouble for him. Can they catch up with him? That's the question. They have a Shackle. There goes the Grave Chill. Shackle doesn't latch. Doesn't need to actually. That Grave Chill helping out. It will be Incarnate who will be finding Sanctuary at his tower. For now. Because it looks like the push continues. Universe still sticking on this bottom lane, feeling, you know what, I am ready for this. I can take this. I'm a Weaver with an Orchid. So yeah, I was saying that normally against the Bane you would have a, oh wait a second, Jamie, you're dead. Hello, Fogged. So now we see how he killed off the Queen of Pain, just by pure juking abilities. Most likely. Queen of Pain though, gonna be in a lot of trouble again. Open wounds now, upon way to Sexy. TP incoming from the Bane as well. Sonic Wave going through. There is a Grave Soul Assumption actually. Hits full on Incarnate, who does go down, but Queen of Pain with the Scream still picks up the Visage. Now also Fiend's Grip up on Universe. Second time he goes down by that, and that is the reason why he would have to need a Lincoln Sphere, but he's rather going... Oh.
I felt that.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that happened. That was the Swarm. Literally, the Swarm.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh, Darkseer, you're dead. Shackle doesn't latch, doesn't need to latch. One more hit needed. Boom, you're dead. Tides of Time picking up his 5th kill of the game. I mean, there's quite a lot of kills. I mean, we've seen a lot of games today for Star Ladder, and I have to say, I don't think any one of those games was as active in kills as this one is right now.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I am impressed. I wish I was casting this when I was actually a bit more awake. Oh well. We have, of course, still Dignitas. They are still pulling ahead. They now also have towers down. I mean, they have 3 towers down in total, and no towers down yet for my intent. And that's gonna lead to 12k gold advantage for them, as we have the experience graph going towards them as well. I mean, they're 13 kills ahead. It's not really much to say about that. When 10k experience going their way, as they're gonna go for the Roshan. He's gonna be silenced. Poor Roshan. Anyways, he is of course gonna go down. Aegis will go to Universe, as if he wasn't hard enough to kill already. Well, actually, he's not that hard enough. He already died twice, both to Fiend's Grip. I would really think that he would still want to have a Lincoln Sphere, but Orchid, if he gets the Orchid off fast enough on the Bane, they will be able to kill the Bane off and then kill off the rest. Like, Bane is the one that controls the fights for now. They still don't have the Darkseer wall. They've got the open wounds and the Shadow Strike, yes. Split Earth, yes, but the Split Earth is a bit dependent on the Bane as well, and he actually gets silenced up. He gets turned away, though. We'll be able to get away from that one. Ooh, Greenfall, it's on 2 Solid Wave. Only it's on time to time, but it doesn't matter. Well, with Queen of Pain, it still drops. With Universe now also, you know, oh, not in trouble at all, actually. He's just gonna go for this. He's gonna go for Jamie. One more hit needed. Jamie, though, is gonna run into an orb. Will be able to get away unless Fog is gonna be able to kill him off. And Leshrac still goes indeed down to the puck, and the Darkseer goes down to the Windrunner. That was a good fight. That was a place where the Darkseer died. So that was again a good fight for Dignitas. I mean, they started off with a silence on the Bane, making sure that he couldn't really do anything, and he just, I mean, it started off with Dignitas. Everybody of Dignitas went for the Queen of Pain, apart from Fog. Fog just picked off the strays, picked up the ones that were on the side, and he can do that because he has got a Dagon, so the burst damage is definitely there. And I mean, he just picked up the kill on the Bane, he picked up the kill on the Leshrac, and he could just pick up everybody on the sidelines while the rest of his team is making sure that there's actually the team fight that's going on is very much in favor of Dignitas. It was like 4 versus 2 because the rest of my intent was shattered. Scattered, rather. Yeah, English. Hard, I know. So, good fight for them indeed. They, of course, also got their tower as a reward for that, as if the rest of the kills wasn't enough. And they're gonna try and take another tower. For now, for my intent, the thing that they need to do is they need to pick up those heroes with those, with those open wounds. Maybe Shackle doesn't hit. Stun is also not gonna hit. There goes a vacuum back in. Tides trying to run himself out of that place. Can he actually do so? Should be able to. He's gonna at least try to lure them away from his main carry. If he dies right now, that's worth it. But they're gonna come in from behind. They want to take this. It will be on the back side that we see Shackle, Dream Coil, an Orb, Fog, double kill. Fog godlike, wants to go for more, and that is also gonna be Queen of Pain going down. Now KVH trying to get himself out of that place. Last one alive on the side of my intent, and this looks to be a team wipe. Again, in favor of Dignitas. Are they gonna get something in return? Probably, but what are they gonna get? They're actually gonna get a GG in return for that. 10 to 33. 32 rather, and that was the, I mean, Fog hasn't even died the entire game, and he wasn't even in the starting fights of the game. They had Universe free farming, bottom lane. It was not entirely one, but if you're gonna have a bottom lane and you're gonna be playing even on the aggressive tri lane while you win top and middle, and you're still getting the kills, then you're definitely gonna be pulling ahead, and that is also one of the reasons that my intent wasn't able to stand against that. I mean, yes, I did play with the stand-in, so that's going to be taken into account, and a pretty big role it is as well. I mean, there's Darkseer solo mid as a stand-in that is not used to playing with your team, who will have a big impact on the game. But it is, yeah, there's nothing that Dignitas can do about that. They will be going to the finals. This was a loser bracket finals for MLG's team ladder, and Dignitas will be facing the one that dropped them down to the loser bracket to begin with, and they'll be facing the team named Eosin +4. If you want to find out more about that, I will link you the brackets in a moment in the chat. And until then, well, have a good night. I'm gonna be cycling to my house to sleep. To a different house, I know. It's fancy, right? For now I have 2 houses. Anyways, I'm gonna wake up in 5 hours. Yay! I'm also gonna be turning on the rebroadcast of a game that I casted earlier today. It will be Power Rangers versus Empire, and then 2 games after that as well for Starladder. So you can stick around for that if you want to. And otherwise have a very good night/afternoon/morning wherever you're from, because I do realize that there's probably a lot of American viewers for this as well. So anyways, you can stick around if you want to, but you don't need to. Otherwise, have a good night, evening. I already said that. Laters.